He's going to try and look around the outside and run it in there deep. Let's see what happens. Oh, we've had two. Oh, someone's tried to block someone there.
And they live to fight on. Oh, was it over yet?
Yeah.
Oh, they're
Parish.
right into the wall.
And we spoke about this before we went out on the track. Be careful driving it down the inside. You'll get on the dirty grey area of the track and you won't stop it, and that's swill brown in the fence. This is going to lead to another yellow. Here we go. Let's have a look at it.
So one more time on the BP Ultimate replay.
Parish comes across for the block. Bit too late. Mounts that curve. Straight into Will. Yeah. So Parish out of order there. Through the block. A bit too late. Moved under brakes. Then launched himself over the curve into Will.
Won't see from here.
They all brake early. Will goes right round the outside of him. There's Parish blocking now.
So that was going to be for... There it is.
Gets one there, and then now gets another one right now. Oh. Yeah.
And left hand down for the 9. And shortly after this, he was climbing out and heading back to the paddock. A fair bit of work for the TPS team to do. Smooth up the track just a fraction to get out of harm's way, because the track goes in half effectively here, doesn't it?
Yeah. So innocent bystander there. Bad luck for Will. Parish didn't mean to do it, but got a fair bit of that curve, and it's just launched him straight into Will Brown. Here comes Phil Foster in the face mask entry. Yeah, plenty of grunt there, moved across, controlled the race.
This might tell us what happened to the 79. Oh, he was unloaded just across Boundary Street. Couldn't pick up who that was, but the 79 of Catcher.
There was overlap there, unaware that there was overlap, and just turned into the apex. So, again, not looking in your mirrors and seeing what's going on around you.
Wilson, a bit of a margin. Feeney under attack here.
Yeah, he'll just stick it down the inside there. Bartholomew will try around the inside. Outbrake himself. Got sucked into being... Oh, and there's Missouri's unplugged his brain straight up the inside of Brody, and Nash will capitalise on it.
He pulls no punches, the dude alongside me. Strop Missouri's.
The motor's in this thing, mate. She's hauling the mail, that thing.
So the only way for Feeney here is to really use the brakes and be really confident going into the turn.
Yeah, he's compromised on the inside.
Yep.
Brody sees him coming. Like, that is completely out of order. We've got 10 minutes, which will be a long time. And Wilson won't be able to hang on. But Feeney tries to go around the outside of him, gives him one in the door. Hopefully he hasn't got it yet. And says, that, mate, if you're going to wobble around in front of me, you can have one of those.
Here it is again on the BP Ultimate
Wilson
replay.
takes a fair bit of the curb, gets out of control. Brody would have, Brock would have made that pass if Wilson hadn't bombed the curb and lost control. Around the outside, good move. Wilson useless under brakes, bombs the curb, drives straight into him. So Brock's trying to do the right thing, use a bit of track that Wilson's not on.
There's more happening down here at turn number 2.
Yeah, so jacks him up, gets the rear wheels off the ground. Everyone says, hey, let's just chill out and get through the corner. And
he's charged his way up into 17th position. There is Espray in the sky blue 71.
Oh, I've had a spinner in the background, the 15 car.
And parked in the middle of the course as well. So everywhere you look, there's action in the Excel Invitational here today.
Looking for the switchback there, hot dog.
At the 15. And Bartholomew will go with him. Wilson drops back into 3rd position with 3.5 to go.
Again, stepped up his braking game.
Oh! Wow. Bartholomew in the fence. And block your ears at home.
Brody will try and shut him down. Bartholomew goes round the outside. Okay, he's roughed him up there, and Bush is saying, if you want to hit the back of my car, mate, I just might hit the side of yours.
From the outside, he tried the move, but a giant elbow would come up in a race car.
No, they've just rubbed tyres. So right front tyre onto Bush's left rear, and it looks a lot worse than it is. So Bush has held his line. Get in there. Look, just contact right there. Yeah. Brody hasn't opened the wheel or anything. That's just like an open wheel car. With the amount of camber these cars run.
Leads us through 3 wide into turn number 2, the right-hander onto Charters Tower Road for the first time. One car slowed on the right-hand side. That's Espray, car spun in the background. Well, we knew it was going to happen one time during this weekend.
Yeah, Josh Dremel in the 197. Hopefully he can fire that thing up. We don't have to have a safety car.
Started from 24th position and now at the back of the field as they're tightly stacked here across the Ross River Bridge and down to the Cooper Sweep for the first time. In car with Brock Feeney. There's blocks of... Oh, 3 wide.
But he's going to get spun here by Gaudier. So Blocky went down the inside, 3 wide. Just hold her there, Brock. That's a fair bit of damage, mate.
It was never going to happen 3 wide. It's tough enough 2 wide through there, and Feeney comes out the worst. In fact, Bloxham has. He's on the other side of the Coates Hire corner. What a shame. He charged his way through the field from outside.
Cruise down the outside here. Switches back to the inside. Has another look. If he gets this stop, he does control. Oh,
maybe not.
No. Okay.
There was Dremel.
There was Dremel. So just a little bit opportunistic there by...
You watch him come through the 95, and it's the next group of cars. So
yeah, he wasn't going to make the corner. So yeah, it's a hard.
Now he'll pull to the outside.
Lockie Bloxham's got a big run, a huge run. Gaudier's trying to give everyone room, and there just isn't enough room for 3 cars to go through there. And really, Brock was just the car caught on the outside.
So Feeney on the outside here, so he comes in, contact with the 96 and up on 2 wheels. They got some airtime in the motorsportsales.com.au entry. And we'll see Bloxham fire off to the left-hand side at the Coates Hire corner as Feeney bounced his way across the curb to the inside. And Gautier would spin as well.
It's just one of those things. You get Gaudier's a meat in a sandwich, just trying to stay off everyone. Let's see where Brody did the pass. Tyres did the job there. It'd be good to get a replay and see where Brody pulled the move on Cam.
Going past Dremel here, so Feeney back in 22nd position into the final turn. He's got plenty of cars ahead. Oh, one fencing on the right-hand side, was it? Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's hard in the fence from Simpson.
We caught that from the in-car, so the Boylan Group entry in the fence and hoping he can get this out because that's in a really tough spot. I
don't think that's going anywhere, mate. So 16 minutes to run here. Let's have a look. So he gets jacked up and wrong-footed. Brock's already got a ton of car speed on, and those guys are just having their own little duel at the end of the curb, and Brock arrives on the scene and nowhere to go.
So it was Crawford in the 173 here we're going past. It's the yellow 20 of Target who just gives the right rear to the left front. And that sent...
Just a knock-on effect. What's going on here? Here we go.
Just catching the tail end of the Boylan Group car, finding the wall with some assistance on the final turn. So more happening on the BP Ultimate Replay. There's no shortage of highlights in the Excels, and oh my.
I don't know why those 2 guys are wobbling for the middle piece of the road. So...
And again, the safety car will be called. This is what it looked like front on. And
mate, you can fit 5 cars down there, and those 2 guys are struggling, fighting over the middle piece of asphalt. So,
and that was Oscar Target again for the 2nd time in the same lap. So he gets the job done, upper spot, same 2 to Bartholomew in the background. He's knocking on the door of the top 10.
Ryan McLeod on the inside of Faulkner. Oh, he's going to cut him wide. These guys have just got to give each other a little bit more room.
It certainly wasn't clear of him on the exit.
No, he wasn't. So Ryan's got a bit greedy there. Here's Bartholomew.
So that's
he blows around the outside, does the Brody Kostecki move. Oh, Ryan has no idea he's there. Now he knows he's there.
It's the 3-time state champion, Asher Johnston, that leads us down to 6. And everybody trying to find a dancing partner here in the Excels.
And a really good presence of mind there from Wanzak. Oh, just as I say that, he turns across the front of, was that Hobby or Vaughan behind him? One of those 2 cars was slightly cleaner, and it was just enough that Johnston was able to get a half a car length gap. A little bit of axle tramp there. We're on board now with Wanzak.
Good recovery. It was Vaughan, and the highway code being given to the boy from the Barossa. The battles are intense in the Excels. We're looking down to the bottom of the top 20. Spinner in the background, and that's the 13 looping around. And his eyes a minute ago, they lit up. No, that can't be true.
Well,
eyes lighting up.
I was thinking he's got good value for money, hasn't he? He's
Absolutely.
written that off.
This is the replay of the replica Greens Tough Hyundai Excel. Just doesn't have the same ring, but he kept it out of the gravel. Another car also in a group of cars. Easy to do here on the BP Ultimate Replay, and just gets off the other side. Oh, gets into Curry.
I hope you've pronounced that correct.
Yeah, so do I. And facing the wrong...